Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on Enchantee by Gita Trelease. Enchantee by Gita Trelease takes place in Paris, 1789, where France is on the brink of revolution. 17-year-old Camille and her younger sister Sophie have lost their parents to smallpox, and the sisters are barely scraping by to make ends meet. But Camille has a special gift. She has the ability to use magic. As things get desperate, Camille makes the decision to make her way into the scheming court of King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, where she will use her magic to cheat at gambling in order to make the money she and her sister need to get out of debt. Camille manages to infiltrate Versailles, posing as a baroness, thinking she will resent and disdain the nobles. It's here that Camille meets other young people, though they are nobility, and she discovers friends with like mind to her, people who believe that the government of France needs to change. Camille enters a world of intrigue and secrets, learning about her own magic in the process, and the game she plays is a dangerous one if anyone finds out who she truly is. Well, this book was a pleasant surprise. I initially picked this book up because I found out it was historical fiction in France, right there at the brink of the French Revolution. So yeah, the premise, I was like, this is intriguing. Plus, it's a young lady who can use magic. How is that going to work in this, historical setting and whatnot? So yeah, I was initially very intrigued, but yeah, I did have my concerns because I was like, this is young adult historical fiction. And, I do love the occasional young adult historical fiction, but sometimes I gotta be careful with young adult historical fiction because young adult historical fiction loves to take liberties, you guys. It loves to take liberties with the history and kind of move things around or just completely omit things, omit details and whatnot. So yeah, I've read young adult historical fiction in the past, and kind of that mechanical part of my brain, something I'll know that something is missing or something is just totally wildly inaccurate or just does not make any sort of sense. And yeah, that mechanical part of my brain is like, oh, and I'm just like, no. So yeah, I was a little concerned. Kind of heading into this book, but I was actually pleasantly surprised, and I found myself really enjoying this book. And I don't think, how is her name pronounced? Gita Trelease? I'm going to say Gita Trelease. I might be pronouncing it wrong. I don't think Gita Trelease, I never felt like she was wildly, inaccurately straying from history. There were probably definitely some liberties taken in here for sure, but I never had a moment like, ooh, no, that is wrong. I never had that moment where something kind of clicked for me, compared to other young adult novels where, yeah, something will click with me and I'm like, oh, no. So yeah, I think Gita Trelease, she stuck to the history as best she could, especially here leading up to the French Revolution. And yeah, this is supposed to be a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's supposed to be a trilogy of books, so I'm assuming the next book in the series we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty of the French Revolution, and I'm very curious how she's going to accomplish that, how the character of Camille is going to play into that, how her friends are going to play into that, how magic is specifically going to play into that, because yeah, magic is a really big deal in this. And I really liked the use of magic in this novel. Kind of the world building. Gita Trelease doesn't give a hell of a lot of world building, but she does give enough for you to grasp onto, because yeah, you find out that magic does exist in this universe. And yeah, even the Palace of Versailles, when King Louis XIV was making the Palace of Versailles, that yeah, he hired magicians to help with that. But yeah, you find out in this world that the magic at Versailles is kind of dying, and that Versailles itself is dying, and yeah, it's forbidden to use magic. People aren't supposed to be using it, but Camille is using it, and yeah, Camille is playing a very dangerous game because, like my synopsis was saying, Camille and her sister, they're destitute, they really need the money, and Camille, she knows that her mother was a magician in the past, and her mother has a special box full of some magical items that come in handy and help assist Camille so she can infiltrate Versailles. So yeah, she sneaks into Versailles looking like a wealthy baroness, and yeah, her intent is to go there to play card games, gamble, take some risky chances and moves by using her magic to kind of cheat at the cards. And yeah, she's able to get some money to accumulate a lot of wealth at Versailles. And yeah, she meets other young people that she either befriends or does not befriend, because yeah, there's people that quickly become enemies, quickly become friends. And yeah, I really liked once Camille does get to Versailles. I think all of the chapters where she is dressed as a baroness, where she's posing as a baroness, where she's with her group of friends, those were actually my favorite parts of this book, the moments that I particularly enjoyed. Yeah, she meets all these young people that, yeah, even though they're all wealthy nobles, they have wealth and privilege, they're not like totally ignorant, you know, they're not totally ignorant to what's kind of going outside the gates of Versailles. They know there's something brewing, and yeah, they almost kind of have a viewpoint of maybe things should change. You know, we support the king. We don't want to lose our wealth and privilege, but yeah, maybe things should possibly change, you know? So yeah, there's the characters that are kind of that like mind with Camille, that are having these revolutionary thoughts, but then yeah, there's, of course, the characters who are like, no, we can't do anything. We need our king. What are we going to do without a king? So, of course, it's at Versailles that Camille, she really learns more and more about magic, what she's capable of doing, what magic is capable of doing. She finds out that, yeah, amongst her wealthy friends, there's some secret magicians hidden in there. Like I said, some are good, some are bad. That provides for some really intense, epic moments near the end of this book when, you know, all the magicians kind of, you know, get together and kind of going after one particular person specifically. I also liked her relationship with the character of Lazar. I'm not going to say much about Lazar because there's definitely a lot of plot twists there with him that I don't want to sit and spoil, obviously, but I really liked her relationship with Lazar. It felt like a mutual relationship. It didn't feel like one-sided. And yeah, there's no love triangle, you guys. There's absolutely no love triangle introduced, unless one gets introduced in the next couple books in the series, which would be kind of irritating. But yeah, her and Lazar have a great balanced relationship. They both have the same ideals and principles that I really liked. Yeah, no one is above the other, you know, even though she has magic, you know, it's not really a factor in their relationship. And yeah, Lazar, like I said, he has a great story. You guys, a great story. And like I mentioned, Camille's set of friends, all the wealthy nobles, I loved all of them. Chandon, I gotta give a shout out to the character of Chandon. Chandon was the highlight, you guys. If he does not reappear in the next couple books, I'm going to be a little bit devastated. But yeah, Chandon was definitely my favorite out of Camille's friends. He was just absolutely hilarious and, seriously tugging at my heartstrings, you guys. And then yeah, I really liked Camille's sister Sophie. Sophie is like really innocent and naive, and she just wants to marry a wealthy man, you know, and, you know, achieve things in life. But yeah, she's really probably not realistically living in 1700s France. And yeah, her sister is the one gambling, you know, for money and whatnot. But still, she's innocent, naive, but hopeful at the end of the day. But I liked Sophie. So yeah, a lot of great characters. I do wish that the main villain would have been fleshed out a little bit more, explored a little more, to make him a little bit more of a menace and a threat, because the main villain is, he's more mysterious than anything throughout the book, and it's like, well, what is his purpose, what is his function, what's going on here? And yeah, once you do kind of get some things revealed about him, it's kind of like, well, I wish maybe this would have been explained a little better, you know, he would have been explained a little better, to make the ending a bit more climactic instead of anticlimactic. So, that's it for my review of Enchantee by Gita Trelease, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised. I pleasantly enjoyed this. It kind of exceeded my expectations, to be quite honest. Is this a perfect book? No, it's not perfect, but yeah, if you're someone who appreciates a good historical adult sorry, if you appreciate a good young adult historical fiction novel, you might want to check this out. It doesn't seem pandery, you know, it doesn't seem pandery. It's kind of doing its own thing in a sense. Like I said, there's no love triangle yet. I liked the characters, I liked the world building, I liked how magic was introduced into the world. Yeah, the book didn't read slow to me. Some of the chapters involving gambling, because I'm not a gambler, I don't really play at cards. Sometimes those chapters I didn't really quite understand what was going on. And I feel like Gita Trelease didn't entirely explain some of that stuff very well. But that was kind of my only problems with this book, was some of those chapters with the cheating and the gambling, because I was like, wait, I don't understand. Is Camille, is she winning or is she losing? But yeah, overall, a really pleasant surprise of a book for me to read. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm definitely interested and intrigued enough to get the next books in the series. So yeah, if you like this sort of thing, you might want to check it out. So that's it for my book review on Enchantee. In the comments below, have you guys read Enchantee? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.